Many firms adopt standards so that their drawings have a consistent look and use specific layer names. Once you have established standards for layers, line types, text styles, and dimension styles, you can apply those standards to your drawings and have AutoCAD automatically watch your drawing and alert you anytime you violate those standards. In order to establish your standards, you need to create a file that contains the properties for layers, dimension styles, line types, and text styles that you want to use as your standard settings, and save that file as a standards file, which is a special drawing file with a .dws file extension. For example, suppose your office uses layer names based on the American Institute of Architects or AIA layering standard, and someone in your office has previously saved a DWS file that contains those layer names along with the color, line type, and line weight recommended by the AIA. That file also includes standard text styles, dimension styles, line types, and so on. Once you have started a new drawing, you can associate a standards file to your drawing and configure the standards checker to monitor your drawing and alert you when you deviate from those standards. For example, suppose you have just started a new drawing. To associate a standards file with your drawing, on the Manage ribbon, in the CAD Standards panel, click Configure. The program displays the Configure Standards dialog. Click the Add Standards File button, navigate to the folder containing the standards file you want to use, select it, and click Open. Now that the standards file is associated with this drawing, click OK to close the Configure Standards dialog. Now, if you wish, on the Manage ribbon in the CAD Standards panel, you can click the Check button to check the current drawing to make sure that it does not violate any of your standards. Even though this is a new drawing, if you started it using the wrong template file, or if changes were made to the template that did not adhere to your standards, even this blank drawing could have standards violations. Sure enough, you can see that the standard dimension style does not match your standards. Click Fix to correct that. Since that was the only violation, you see a message letting you know that the standards check is complete and one problem was found and corrected. Click Close to close that message dialog, and click Close to close the Check Standards dialog. Now, suppose you begin to work on the drawing. One of the first things you might do is to create a new layer. In the Layer Properties Manager, create a new layer, which initially uses the default layer name Layer 1. Make that layer the current layer. As soon as you do, you see a balloon notifying you that a standards violation has occurred and advising you to run a standards check to view all of the standards violations in the current drawing. You could simply close this notification, continue working, and then run the standards check later to make the necessary corrections. In this case, click the link in the balloon to immediately run a standards check. The Check Standards dialog opens. In the Problem field, you can see that Layer 1 is a non-standard layer name. You can then choose a standard layer and fix the problem. For example, in the Replace With list, scroll down, select A-Wall, and click Fix. As soon as you do, the program displays a message dialog to let you know that the standards check is complete. Click Close to close that dialog. If you no longer want the program to alert you every time there is a standards violation, in the Check Standards dialog, click Settings to open the CAD Standards Settings dialog. In the Notification Settings group box, select Disable Standards Notifications. Then click OK to close the dialog, and then close the Check Standards dialog. Expand the Layer Properties Manager palette again and create a new layer that uses the default layer name and therefore violates the layer naming standard, and make it the current layer. This time, nothing happens. Of course, on the ribbon, when you click Check to run a standards check, the program shows you that there is a problem, and you can quickly fix it. In the Replace With list, choose A-Anno-DIMS and then click Fix. Click Close to close the message dialog. In the Check Standards dialog, click Settings to again open the CAD Standards Settings dialog. Choose Display Alert upon standards violation and click OK. Then click Close to close the Check Standards dialog. Expand the Layer Properties Manager and click to create a new layer. As soon as you do, the program immediately displays a Standards Violation Found dialog, alerting you of the violation. You do not even get a chance to name the layer. You can choose Keep the Non-Standard Object, or click Choose a Standard Object to replace this one, which immediately opens the Check Standards dialog so that you can fix the problem. Perhaps the best way to use the standards tools is to create a template file that includes most of the standard layers, line types, text styles, and dimension styles you use in your office, and associate your standards file with that template. That way, whenever you create a new drawing from that template file, your standards will already be established. And if you then subsequently violate your office standards, AutoCAD can notify you and help you quickly fix those violations.